Hey, it's a new year. I thought I would get back to some basics here and start off just doing a balloon every day. Um, Figured why not kick it off with, even after all of these years, 37 to be exact, of doing the balloon, my most requested animal is still a good old fashioned balloon dog. Alright, I'm doing it at speed here. So now that is the twist that I learned on how to make it was, the rolling through the head, the little pinch twist at the booty, and doodle bob tail. But I'll also show you, and most of the time, you're going to use a pump. I am my own pump, but most artists that I meet, of course, use hand pumps, floor pumps, electric pumps, whatever pump you can get your hands on is perfectly acceptable, and you'll figure out what you need from there. But for a basic balloon dog, we're going to inflate about half the balloon. We do measure things by hand width in the balloon community. So as you see, my tail here is about 2 hand widths. And 37 years ago when I started, I learned the technique by Ralph Dewey, which was the 3-twist balloon dog. That's what I'm going to show you here. So you're going to start, measure out about a hand length, and it ends up being about 2. Measure out your 2 hand lengths, okay, and you're going to fold there. Grasp in one hand and twist, and that actually was called a canning jar twist, because like putting on the lid of a jar, you're just twisting, and so you do that. You have your nose, your ears. You're gonna end up doing that 2 more times. So first for the legs, and this one doesn't need to be about as big because you're gonna have a short neck, so about a three balloon bubble neck, a 3-finger bubble neck. Grab and twist. All right, and then one more time. Again, a 3-finger body. Grab and twist. Turn everything the right way, and you have a very simple dog. And that same method can be used to, if you make the neck longer, if you blow up more of the balloon, make the neck longer, you make a giraffe, make the body longer, you're making a weenie dog. But that's just a basic dog. Now, make sure that I'm still recording here, yes. And that's the right time. All right, I'll show you a 2 balloon variation. I won't teach you this one right now, but we might get back around to it. So this is basically just to show that, woohoo, and pop goes the weasel. Basically just to show that, as time goes on, as you develop the skill, you will start to do things a little bit differently, more advanced. And so this is one, basically a 2 balloon dog. It's the same head I use for reindeer, the same head I use for a hippopotamus. If you saw my video back early on in the Christmas season about the hippopotamus. same head. And I'm going to just give it a basic body. So give it a little booty there at the end. And I'm going to take the second balloon to give it a little more dynamic. So add details like different color ears. And a different color muzzle. And save that to my scrap bag for later. And the big thing I'm missing here is going to be a nose. Now I can do a couple of different things. I can give him a shorter tail, use the end of the tail to be the nose, or I can reach into my bag of scraps, which I didn't pull out. There we go. Reach into my bag of scraps here. And get let's do this gray nose. Okay, so we'll use this gray piece of scrap. And I'm going to cut it down even further here, because all I want is a little bitty bubble. You might do pink, you might do whatever color you want to do, depending on the color of your dog. And you'll see why it's the same body I used for the reindeer in a moment, because during Christmas I'm giving a red nose. And then I'm just going to position everything, the ears down, the muzzle to the front of the head, the legs, and draw on some very basic eyes. Heard them referred to as Pac-Man eyes. Because if you've ever seen or played the game Pac-Man, and if you were around in the 80s like I was, you for sure have. Those eyes look like Pac-Man chomping down on his power pellets. And if you do a balloon that's not black, you can draw on a mouth. In this case, if my white marker is working, I'm just drawing on a little white. There you go. So, we've got your very basic, like I said, 3-twist Dewey dog. Hey, you can hand those out all day. Kids are going to love them. You can step it up, give it a little more flair. Or you can go as big as you want. So, that is my first day on here. First day of the new year. There we go. Just sharing animals, and I intend to do some kind of balloon creation every day. So hopefully y'all come back and check it out. And yes, I'm using my watch to see and do all of that. But hey, thanks for joining.